We move through different stages, and at first we're so unconscious because we've been programmed. Nobody ever does that intentionally, but that is what we have been. And through each stage, we become more aware of ourselves, and we become step more into our power. And so the empowerment phase is such a beautiful phase that we transition into naturally without trying, forcing anything. We cannot learn our way into empowerment, although it can help us understand the stages. Ultimately, it's each one of us that moves into that, and our energy begins to shift. And then we step into our sovereignty. We understand that we are carrying that energy always. It's never been away, distant from us. And so it's this beautiful weaving and experience, level by level, or frequency by frequency. It's like, oh, this is where I am right now. And oh, this is where I'm, understanding that it's a movement. And the clearer we become, the closer to our home frequency, your signature, which is the divine. If you ask me, in my opinion, our soul signature is the signature of the divine, that we've been created by the divine to be. So we have entered home, our home frequency. So we move in and out, and each experience is meant to it's never a judgment. And so, which is so beautiful about when we understand the weaver part of us, the divine part of us it's always present. It's never not been present for us. It will never leave us. It doesn't even judge anything, ever. So when we move into that non-judgment, that's when you are connected to that part of you. Because the human part of us is the one that typically takes us through, but that's the part that will experience the compassion and the tenderness and the softness and all of that by connecting always over and over and over, and understanding that no matter who we are on this earth plane, we all go through it. We just have different stages of doing it. Some might early on in life begin to experience things, some might later on, and it might seem like there's nothing bad that ever happens to them, and nothing's ever bad. It's an experience. It brings us back here to who we truly are, rather than the focus outside, external. Because the best you that can be presented externally can only be found here within. Doesn't matter who we are. We can be taken out pretty easy unless we have the awareness and the ability to keep resourcing ourselves with the source energy that's inside of us. I think this is it for each one of us, as for the beginning of our journey, for many, like for me, it was quite late into my journey that I finally started to figure out, oh, this isn't even about anybody outside of me. This is really about me. And I'm the only one that can move through these things that feel like pain and feel like suffering, and turn them so that they become the doorway, where the light does enter into. And so it's beautiful when we understand I do not have to place my power and my dependence in the waiting, because we can wait forever. Right? The mind might think, nope, that's not it. That's not it. And so we could be waiting and waiting and waiting, not realizing the only one we've ever waited for is ourself and that connection that we form within. We each know this. Each one of us knows that we're our savior, we're the healer, we are the master, we are the creator, we are the alchemist, we're the storyteller. We are it. When you feel these deeper divine qualities, is what I call them, because we're born with them. We're never separate to them. It's big dim in us because everything else takes priority. And so the real journey is to reconnect with the essence of these qualities. And so none of us is like, darn, I slipped into a pattern and I just went back into the ancestral thing. It's like, oh, there must be a part of me that's connected to that ancient memory of separation, of fear. And so there's that part of me that's now rising up and saying, pay attention to me. I'm now in that part, and instead of the mind talking to the mind and saying, starting to condemn yourself and shame yourself and put yourself through, like, I know I should think better. I know that this shouldn't be a problem. It's like actually meeting that part and recognizing where, and so you trusted the memory that came to you. First of all, that takes trust. It's like, because the mind could say, that's your imagination easily. It could just say, no, you're imagining all of this. Well, it takes imagination to connect with those parts. And so you trusted her and you met with her and she greeted you and she let you in and you went to the memory, and that was beautiful. And so you moved through that. I just held space for you and opened up a few different ways of you connecting with her deeper and bringing and integrating the healing. And that's what we do, but we do it multiple times. So know that just because we work with a part one time, you're not done. You're not done. How do we work with such a deep aspect of ourselves and think in one session that part of us is healed? Because it took a lifetime getting to this. And so it takes commitment and it takes showing up and you saying yes to that part, but then you always connect to your weaver part, the soul, the divine. And then the human is the one that sort of takes the back, stands back and lets the divine, because ultimately it's the divine who is the healer in all of it. The divine is what heals the trauma in us. This is such a beautiful way for us to understand the real healing, the deepest level of healing, where we go back to our original wound, which is separation from source, from the divine. Only one can heal that. There is no person in the world that can do that for us. That's our willingness to say yes over and over and over again and meet these parts over and over and over again. But trusting that it's the divine source, creator, it's whatever name you are comfortable with, because it's not about a name, it's a frequency that we experience. So we enter that, you can feel the vibration. So for me, for instance, sometimes I get overwhelmed and I feel tears. And it's like, oh, I'm just there, I'm there now. It's not overwhelmed because I feel overwhelmed, but the shift in the frequency becomes so, like, there's such a different shift that the only way my body can respond is through this flow of tears. So this is what we're doing. We are going to move through the levels. Today we'll probably only get through maybe 2, maybe 3, and revisit next week, because it's that important that we understand that it's not something the mind learns, it's something the body experiences. It's something that you will know, that you will feel, that you will like, this is true for me. I can feel this. There's part of me. And so maybe some of everything I shared might not resonate, but take just a little tiny thread, a little piece that it's like, I want to go deeper with this. So I guess why I'm staying with the parts is because it's what we're doing. And so when we splat, Dr. Sue's language, when we forget, when we go into the story, understand that's a part, that's a wound. So it's actually perfect that we're stopping here now in the unconscious participation, because this is the first level. This is where, we don't even know we splatted. We don't even know we're unconscious. So this is where you notice and witness yourself reacting. Getting triggered. And so it's important that you begin to think about, what are some of these beliefs or narratives that have influenced your decision making? The way you show up, the way you respond, the way you commune with, the way you even trust yourself or tend to. Because this is a self-sabotage stage for sure, because we're putting our power in everything outside of us. It's the permission that we never intentionally allowed. But this is the journey for each one of us. This is where we all start. So that's why so many people feel disconnected. It's not that we were ever, some people are more entitled than others. That is never, ever, ever true. Ever. It doesn't matter who we are and the mistakes that we make. And you could even look at Donald Trump as an example. He is just so shut down. He's so reactive. He's so unconscious. He's not even aware of the choices he makes and how they impact others. But somewhere along the line, he was wounded. And so he bought into the story. But within him, he could access that healing too. He could access that experience of coherence, which is the divine. It's love. It is unity. It can never be anything but. So when we are in that experience of coherence, we only can't even think about ourselves. We think about others too, but not in the martyr way, not in the fixer way, not in the savior way, but in the way that is a sovereign, the one that can hold the energy and not take it on as their own. So whenever you find yourself in that reaction, like reacting to something that you went back into a pattern, you went back into the wound, that's not to condemn yourself. That's when you want to work with the part. And then we begin the awakening stage, which we are in. And you continue. You never just have one awakening experience and you're done. You will awaken over and over and over and deeper into the spiral, going deepening in and actually expanding outward too. And so the first initiation is when it begins as a restlessness. And can you identify a time? Like, I remember specifically a time in my life that I felt like there was something calling me, and I didn't know what that was. It was probably the voice of my soul. Even though I was in the service work industry and I was supporting people like in counseling environments, I was missing the mark because I was meant to be one that supported people. But my mind couldn't comprehend how I could do that without going to university. And I was at the stage in my life where that wasn't even a possibility, and it wasn't even something I was going to entertain. So there was this restlessness in me because I was in denial. But that part of me, the wisdom from the soul that was ready to come online, was not going to let me ignore it. So it didn't matter how much I tried to turn that dial or that light down or whatever it was, ignore it, I couldn't. There was a stirring in me. And that was way before my eye experience. It was when I was going through my divorce and everything, and just everything came collapsing. It's one thing after another. It didn't matter. My life was being rearranged. And then I had another 5 years or 4.5 years with the eye. So I had about a 10-year period, maybe not quite 10, at least probably about 8 years. The first 4 felt like dominoes going down. And then it felt like I finally connected. I finally knew what my purpose was, and that was energy work, because I connected to it and I could feel it. But no, my soul said that you're not stopping here, because if I stop here, I would have gone in the ego, and it would have been a totally different experience. And the ego would have been managing and saying what the outcome was. And so bring in the eye journey. So how many awakenings would have that been for me? So many. So to understand that you are constantly going through awakening, and that's more increment of light that opens up to you. So higher awareness, expanded consciousness, the feeling, the light in you that wants to radiate even more. And so these little markers, these little moments that come in, they're not meant to bring us into the chaos and stay there. They're meant to open that uncomfortable feeling, that restlessness, that unsettling, that betrayal feeling, that whatever it is, and say, pause, breathe, connect, bring my awareness back in. And what is this really? And knowing that whenever you're working with these parts, whether you recognize you're connecting or not, know that the moment that you start to feel yourself taken away, that is the part that's taking you out. So always sourcing yourself first with that energy. And anytime you feel yourself being depleted and going back into the story, you have to step back into the breath and reconnect over and over and over again. So you are always sourced, and it's not the wound that is leading another wounded part in you. What we're really doing is we are reparenting the part of us that is never received the care, never received the love, never received the parenting, the conscious parenting, the parenting that remembers. Because remember, our parents parented through their wounds always too. So now you're going to take that side of you that is ever so wise, connecting with the soul and the divine, and holding that part of you and tending to the part that received, that felt the wound, that didn't feel safe to be bright and light and whatever. Focus on that one part of you too that felt the wound, felt like you were not receiving the care that you so deserved, that each one of us deserved. And so what did that child need from you? Like if you were reparenting yourself in this moment right now, which you are energetically, you're creating a new timeline, a new experience. So see if you can tap into that inner child and find out what that child needs. Breathing in and breathing out, and rocking back and forth just ever so gently, allowing the nervous system to feel safe in this process. Nothing is left behind. Everything is welcome. The divine holds everything. And then when you meet with the little child and you know what that child means, as you're reparenting, you become the voice that says, walks through Ho'oponopono. Like, I'm sorry, little one, beloved little one. I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. I am so sorry that you felt alone and that you felt afraid, ignored, sad. And asking for forgiveness because you're reparenting that part. So please forgive me for ignoring you, because you basically have ignored that part. I'm sorry I forgot and I ignored you, even though you've been carrying this wound for this long. You don't need to carry this wound by yourself anymore. I'm here. I can feel you. I can sense you. I can even maybe see you. But I know you're there. And you don't need to do anything. I'm here for you. You're perfect just as you are. You are loved exactly as you are. Thank you for showing me that you're still carrying this wound and that I need to spend some more time with you. I'm grateful that we are here together in this moment and that I could feel your energy coming through and still talking to me. And then to the little one, I love you. Rocking back and forth and back and forth. Allowing the energy from within you. We're not even drawing on energy outside of us because it's all within you. So feeling the energy from the heart, beginning to rise and expand. Beginning to feel the part that you feel the wound in the most, whatever chakra or area of your body that you feel that in. And if you don't know, it's okay, just allowing this light that is within you to begin to move up and down through your body, filling the whole body vessel. Your organs, your bones, your cells, everything being filled with this light. And allowing the wounded part to feel this light entering into her. She begins to glow with this radiant energy. Becoming ever more visible to you in whatever way that may be. It may be feeling, it may be sensing the energy somewhere. It could be seeing, or just knowing. We are one. And understanding anytime you begin to revert back into that story, it's just her calling to you. It's calling to you again and saying, I need some more love. I need some more care. There's another wound that needs this beautiful, loving energy and embrace. You know, you are holding her. So see yourself holding this part of you, rocking her back and forth and back and forth. Breathing with her. Allowing her to feel safe. Almost like she can exhale and just release. And letting that release leave the body. And feeling the arms of the Divine Mother, or the Divine, holding you and holding her, emerging as one. We are one. Knowing the Mother has never left. And if you're finding resistance with that, that's okay. Just let it go. There's nothing that is ever, ever, ever forced. Simply allowing in whatever feels safe. Safe to the nervous system, because that is where the Divine will flow through you. And just giving her one final little embrace. Letting her know this is only the beginning of your time together, your journey with her. And seeing if there's a message from her or one that you want to leave her, or both. If something comes through that you want to write down, you can write it down too. Just feeling the breath, the connection, the love, the light that is you.